Welcome back to the shop. It's Monday, the 11th of December, 2017.
Hi, everybody.
Alrighty, let's start off as we always do. Talk about who was here this weekend. Kimmy came over. It was her birthday. We enjoyed celebrating that with her. Belated happy birthday again. Butterbean, of course, was over, and always a pleasure to have her. And then Kim's mom, Miss Sue, was over and enjoyed having everybody over and had a good time. Ate a lot of good hash.
Yes, we did.
Probably my better hash come out, I think so, because Mama did the sauce and, of course, did the rub. I got up about 5:30 or so.
Yeah, it was about 5:30.
About 5:30, and got the Boston butt on, cooked it up until about, I think it was 3:30. Yeah, 3:30 when I pulled it off the grill. Come out really, really good. But we had a great time with Kimmy, Miss Daniel, because Daniel was on storm duty up somewhere around.
Somewhere near Atlanta.
Somewhere near Atlanta. All righty.
But it was great hash.
That's good. That's good. All righty. This week in the shop. Not a lot of projects going on again this week. Remember, we're at the end of our season. We're kind of getting ready to clean up the shop and get ready to move into the year 2018 and get everything ready. So what we did was we kind of did a lot of decoration around the house.
A lot of decoration around the house.
Did some more decoration on the set here. So did a lot of Christmas decorating. We did the unboxing video.
Yes, we did.
With the
winch.
Yeah, the Smitty built 9,500 pound winch. And I got a little story to tell you a little bit later about that. Got it unboxed. Really looks like a high quality item. I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to have a lot of good years out of that.
Yep.
But really, really nice item. Let's see, what else we did? We started the shop cleanup for the season. You know, every year, this time of year, I like to take off about 2 weeks at the end of the year. Really not 2 weeks, about 10 days total, and clean up around the shop and get the shop ready for the next year. I'm not going to be doing that this year. I'm not going to be taking that vacation. So I started the shop cleanup. I'm getting some things done. I really look forward to it. I think we're having a pretty good layout of the shop coming up.
I think
we'll
so.
Knock some projects out and kind of get some things going. We'll talk more about that maybe at a later video.
Yeah.
What our plans are on that. We went to an auction on Thursday. That's right, a Thursday night auction up at Sunset Auction. Had a great time. Yeah, we picked up a bunch of stuff like this stocking here and this one right up here behind me. And then we picked up a couple of other items here. So let's take a look at some of the things we got. Now, Mama's planning on putting these guys up on some blocks of wood here. Or some pieces of wood, I guess I should say. And we're going to take those to future shows. And then, just kind of on a lark, we got some Corona shot glasses. And I don't know what you call these. Maybe pint glasses, I guess is what it says here. So we got those. And then we picked up these little guys right here.
That little guy is called Royal Hunca-Munca Sweeping.
Yeah, Royal Albert Hunca-Munca Sweeping. All right.
And this is Tommy Tiptoes. He's a squirrel.
He's a squirrel.
A squirrel.
There we go. So we got some really neat stuff. I think we got a couple of that. Our friend Miss Peggy just gave us some stuff too while we were there.
Yeah, she did. Stuff she didn't really want that came in her box.
Now this is stuff that doesn't go in her booth that she sells, but this is really neat. This is from a really real place up in North Carolina called Tobacco Village, and they're just kind of, I guess you call them commemorative cups. But it's
they
a real
show the
place.
different buildings. Each one of them has a different building in the village that still exists today.
So
it's just not used as much as for tobacco farming. I think it's just used as history.
Yeah, so pretty cool stuff there, but she gave those to us. So it was a great auction. We had a good time with our friends up there at Sunset. I think we had dinner from Arby's and everything, we really had a good time. It was a great evening for a Thursday evening surprise auction. Next auction is the 16th of December, 2017. I don't think we'll be able to make it because we're going to Bula's birthday on that. Okay, we also put the winch on the trailer. Now, I did that yesterday morning while I was doing the hash, getting the hash ready, or cooking the Boston butt, actually. I put it on there, and y'all going to love this word, temporarily. Put it on there just so I could get over and get some stuff done. We'll talk about that in just a second. But got it put on there, and I think it's going to work really, really well for us. We put up my shop's Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It's up over here. Me and Butterbean went and picked and got us a couple of branches and put them in the vase that I always use. So I've got my Christmas tree up in the shop, and here it is. Mom, if you'll step back behind the camera and tell me if I get all that in there or not. But there is.
That's cute.
There's my Charlie Brown Christmas tree for the shop. So the shop's all decorated up. We got a few more things we'll put up next week, just prior to the video next week. But we did that. Then we got to do, now this is probably the most exciting thing I think, probably behind the unboxing, maybe just behind the unboxing, because that was pretty exciting. That was kind of like Christmas. But we put the winch on the trailer, like I said, and this afternoon I got home from work in time and went over to Lisa and Stanley's and picked up 5 logs. Now this thing, we used the block on it, and it worked great. It pulled the logs like there was really nothing there. I've got 5 of, I think, what was 14 remaining. So I have to go back. Ray, you're making a heck of a lot of noise. Can you hang off on that so we can get done? What I'd like to do is go back and get the rest of the logs. I think we're planning on doing that Wednesday. So,
Wednesday,
but
yes.
Yeah, Wednesday. But this thing really pulled the logs up there like there was absolutely no problems, exactly like you would expect a 9,500 pound winch to do. So really pleased with that. Lisa and Stanley stood out there with me, and Stanley helped me. So it was kind of a good time there. All righty. Projects completed this week. Tell them, Red, what did we complete this week?
Not a thing.
Not a thing. Again, we're in that time of year where we're not working on projects for the to be taken to shows and stuff. We're kind of getting the shop cleaned up, getting decorations put up.
Mom cave.
Yeah, we did a bunch in the mom cave.
Bunch in the mom cave.
Mom cave got cleaned up a bunch. We put a bunch more stuff on those shelves back there and kind of organized there. So no projects completed, but we're getting to the point where we want to be. I think we're right on track right now. We're going to start working on putting the trailer shelves in probably the first of the year. So not a lot of projects completed right yet, but right where we want to be.
We're going to have, once we get them started, they're all going to get done at one time because they're half done projects right now.
Alrighty, so let's talk a little bit about shows and markets. Now, shows and markets, we're not really looking to do anything like we've said already about 3 or 4 times before. Till March 2018 when we go to the show up in Atlanta, and that's going to be the 3rd weekend every month. And we plan on doing that pretty regular, I think. I think we're going to try to make it to every one of the shows that we can, with maybe missing some midsummer ones because Mom's are going to be on the work schedule, and I'm not sure I'm going to take off and go up by myself and try to run the market myself. But we'll see what happens with that. I did spend a little bit of time trying to find some festivals and art shows. Haven't found anything early in the year, so if y'all would, if you come across anything, particularly Michael, where you are, I understand there's a lot of shows up there. So if you kind of keep your ear to the ground and see if you hear anything about any festivals or art shows, somewhere in maybe when you want to start, maybe February, March or
February, March, yeah. That would be good.
So keep an ear out for that, Michael, see if you hear anything for us there. We'd sure appreciate it. All righty. There's some good eggnog. All right. Upcoming for Two Dogs. We're going to finish getting the logs from Lisa and Stanley. Again, I think we're going to do that on Wednesday. I'm going to try to get that, or at least get a couple more on Wednesday. Then I'm going to start milling those up into cans. I'll just cut those up into cans. We're going to start work on a little shed, I guess a sloughing shed for Apache. Which means we're going to be cutting up a lot of this sweet gum. Michael, as you probably remember, we got those 2 huge sweet gum logs sit right up there by the sawmill, between the sawmill and the power box. I think what I'm going to do is probably take and cut those up into boards, and then we've got this big one right down here by Mark's white oak that's laying just as you come up the driveway and make the turn towards the sawmill. Unless you got a use for those, I'm going to cut those up, I think, and get them made into boards for Apache's shed. Because we're going to try to get him out of the weather a little bit better than what he is right now. So that's coming up for Two Dogs. Let's see. Oh, I got to make a sled and cut my buddy Tommy's logs that I got from him. Now, these are short logs. They're way too short to sit on the mill. I've looked at it. There is no way to put them on the mill without making a sled. What I'd like to do is, and I was going to do it this past weekend, is I'd like to shoot a video of that, of actually making the sled and cutting the logs up. Some neat things are going to come out of that, so we want to take you all along for that, and I think we're going to try to do that this weekend, maybe get those cut up.
That would be good.
So yeah, that's what's coming up for this week for Two Dogs here. Well, that's really about it. I can't think of anything else. Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. What's happened last week, what we're looking forward to this week. We'd like to say, as always, thank you for watching the video. And remember, we'd love to see you back in the shop.